Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah?
Feel pretty good tonight.
Yeah? All right.
Yeah,
Uh,
how are you, David?
you know, tired, dude. This this two jobs thing is killer.
I
Yeah.
bet.
Is what it is though. Tonight's show is brought to you, of course, by Dirtbag Clothing. Pigloogear.com and W Energy.
Woohoo.
Links in the channel below or in the description below. Purchases you make do support the channel, so definitely do appreciate that. To be clear, also, purchases made on pigloogear.com don't support the channel, but they do support Mike. So, and his little startup. So let's give him some support over there.
We're working towards opportunities in all directions.
I like it. I like it. All right, so are we gonna finally see some money from the sponsorship spots?
I need to win some races first.
Well, get on that, sir.
I need to win some races.
So stop getting pit road penalties.
Look who's
Hey,
talking.
shut
Look who's talking.
Jeff.
At least I've got to win.
Oh shit!
I
Shots
screwed
fired.
myself, but at
I
least I
gave
do
you
have a
away.
win.
I gave it to you, Jeff.
That's funny.
It was my welcome to the team gift, okay?
Right.
I knew you needed it for the Xfinity series. I mean, what can I say? Like, it was just meant to be.
It happens. It
And I
happens.
really did. Without that win, I wouldn't have been in the points.
So, Jeff, just out of curiosity, you talk about this every week. You have a race before this. What other series are you in?
So I'm in SCSRA.
All of them?
So right now I race on Sunday.
Uh,
I am off on Monday, spotting for Mike on Tuesdays, racing on Wednesday, and racing on Thursday. I've got the 802 series, Xfinity
right.
for Xfinity for SCSRA, spotting for trucks with Mike, and then we're doing coast to coast Xfinity series on
Got it, okay.
Thursdays.
Okay. So, do we want to talk about how the truck race went this week?
Oh, do
Not
we?
really. So, week started.
Mike might, David might not.
No, let's just say for Martinsville and how we started that race, I'm happy where we finished it. But David, I know you had some bad luck there. I think Nick Mather actually got that EOL. I don't know if Knuutti can confirm this if this was the same incident. I know you claimed one, but I don't think the one you claimed was your fault after watching the replay.
So here was my whole theory on that, though, and this actually kind of screwed me. But my theory was if I didn't claim the penalty, I was going to be put back to the end of the line, and I didn't know what was going to happen for people that were like laps down and stuff, because you get put back to the back of the lead or whoever's on the last on the lead lap. But there were so many cautions, there wasn't that many people laps down. So I don't know. I screwed myself on that one. After looking back on it, I shouldn't have taken it, but you know, is what it is. Pretty much just sealed my victim, sealed my fate in the championship.
You want to talk about potentially the crash of the week?
Which one? The one that I took you out to?
Oh my god, it felt like the crash of the week for me.
It was pretty bad. That was at the Xfinity race, right?
No, that was the
No,
trucks.
that was trucks, huh?
Yeah, that was after us. We both started at the back, and moved up to what we were like running 10th or 11th, and that happened.
I mean, we could talk about
Wait.
that if you want.
David,
What?
there was an Xfinity race?
Hang on, we'll talk about that in a minute. We're on truck still. So
Well,
what
you asked if
happened?
it was.
Yeah, I know. I mean, there was at least 20 laps. That don't count, but
At least.
yeah. So
They were fun 20 laps.
yeah, they were. I actually liked it. So my problem was, I was playing with adjusting the brake balance, and I went too high or too low. Too low, too fast, and my brakes weren't quite warm enough yet. And as soon as I touched the brakes, the truck just snapped.
Yeah, it looked like it.
Yeah, and took out Mike in the process.
In hindsight, when I watched the replay, like if I could have anticipated it a little bit more, I could have dove way on the inside and avoided it. But by the time it happened and I was right beside you, it kind of like pinned us both up into the high side.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing too. I couldn't really call it because with where he was and the fact that Martinsville doesn't have that much banking, he was already so sideways.
Yeah.
I didn't know if he was just going to lock up on the inside lane or if he was going to start sliding up the track, which
It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
I mean, we can go and watch it if you want, but I don't think we need to watch it. It was bad.
It is a good crash though.
It was a good crash. I'm going to make a new intro video, and that's going to go in the intro video for sure.
I like it.
So, standings.
The good news is still in the running for the playoffs. No harm, no foul. It could still work in the favor.
Right. And that's what I was going to talk about. You're actually running 6th right now in points for the truck series. So you're still in the top 6. So as long as we do good at Dega, we'll go with it.
Are you gonna be able to make that?
We have a potential problem. I may not be able to make that race.
Can we recruit Wes?
I mean, he can log in as me, but the problem is, and we started working on a strategy already. So still in talks with. We need to have a meeting at some point, guys, for the Talladega race. Because we talked about it briefly in the server or Discord before, but that's still an idea, guys. If you know what I mean, Mike. Do you remember?
I remember.
Okay.
I remember.
So it's possible that if that still happens, then we'll be okay. But this keeps you in 6th. So basically, you have to beat Provolt, Schroeder, and me. I may not be there because I'm going to see if I can bounce out of my class early, like at 7:50, because it takes me 35 minutes to get home. And then if I get my daughter to log into the race for me, technically I have till 8:40. Not even worried about qualifying at Talladega. Right. But if I can get out early, because I have my instructor course that I'm taking Monday through Thursday. Wednesday, I'm probably not going to make it all for the Xfinity race, as much as that sucks. But I mean, don't think I'm going to miss Richmond. So
interesting.
You would have to beat Provolt, Schroeder, and me, and beating me is a guarantee.
What if you're able to make the race? Are you still in the hunt at all?
So I'm 12 points behind you. So if I'm gonna even have a chance to go past this, let me see how many points Knuutti got from this last race. Last race results. Butchno. You got 38 points. So it looks like it still goes based off of those points. Yeah. So I'd have to. I don't even know. I have no idea. I don't even think it's possible.
Maybe if you take me out again.
Yeah, but I don't want to ruin your chance, jackass.
Just fucking with you.
God.
I'll make you feel bad about it.
Well, I already do, so thanks. So we'd have to... Hang on, let me go to standings. Even if I won, and let's say I just got the 40 points... So even if I won, I'm going to have to change my video. Even if I won, I would be at 1,058 points, so the same that Knuutti has right now. Speaking of Knuutti, he just joined us. Hang on, Knuutti. So even if I won, I'd be at 1,058 points, so maybe 6th, but I don't know.
So you're saying there's a chance?
There's a possibility, but if we saw from last night, that didn't go well on Talladega, so we did a little fun run last night after the Xfinity race got canceled. And 2, there's going to be some massive wrecks from people pushing. So I don't know.
I noticed that last night when we or was that last night? Or the night before when we were doing the practice run at Dega? I noticed there's a lot of pushing and shoving, man. Like you got to really be patient and pick your battles with that, because if you come up on somebody and you're not square, that Man, there's some grounds for some dangerous action there.
And I don't know how the trucks respond to that well.
The trucks do not play well with bulk drafts.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyways, guys, joined by Brian Knuutti. He was able to join us finally. Appreciate you coming by, Brian. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. About yourself?
You know, we're making it one day at a time, my friend.
Yeah.
So Brian, how's life out there in California? Hot yet?
Oh, very, very, very hot. Definitely business about to pick up around here. It's our fire season, as we have out here in California.
Boy,
And,
I do not miss that.
Yeah, that part's kind of the not so much fun part about living out here. PG&E will shut your power off sometimes just because of a red flag. So, yep, there's that.
All right, so Brian, let me ask you a question. I said I was going to ask you about this. How the hell do you say your last name?
It's a great question.
Okay, so my whole life, I was under the impression, I was told by my dad, my grandparents, everybody, it was always Knuutti. And then I race slot cars, or I used to race slot cars, and I went to the World Championship in the UK like 2 years ago, in 2020. Or no, was it 2020?
Well, that was
Anyway,
COVID time, so maybe not.
Yeah.
You were able to get there?
It was 2019. That's what it was.
Okay.
So it was like almost 3 years ago. And went there, and I ran into the Finland team, and I was talking to them, and they were asking me how I say my last name. And then I told them that way, and they just shook their head and they said, no, that's not how you say it. And then I was like, well, how do you say it? And they say it's Knuutti. But I was always under the impression that it was Knuutti. So I don't really know or care.
So the jury's still out.
The jury's still out. Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, whatever.
I say it's Knuutti.
Yeah.
It's one of those
Knuutti.
I've heard
Knuutti.
that. Yep. I've heard them all.
I mean, he is a nut.
That's unfortunate. Let's not talk about nuts, okay, Jeff? So
you have almonds and macadamians.
Oh my God. So Knuutti, got a couple questions for you. First off, how did I keep hearing about this iOS. How did the SCSRA start? Or the Stop Car Sim Racing Association, for those that are uninitiated. Oh, good night, sweetheart.
So we branched off of another league that was called iOS. Essentially, just kind of totally took over. So that started about 2 years ago by a couple other guys that don't race with us anymore. Actually, no, one of them still is actually kind of around. Dylan Redding. He was still kind of like one of the original factions or original people that was in that faction. And then Eddie is he's like an OG racer. So is Will Witt. They've been around since the beginning. Weren't like necessarily like starting the league, but they've always been there.
Right.
And because it started off as just like a rookie league, like it was street stocks and legends, and they alternated each week. And then they somehow hooked up with Joe and Intensity, and then Intensity started the broadcasting, so they started kind of broadcasting the races. Then they got hey, why don't we do a cup series? And then they started a cup series, and I just happened to see a post on Facebook, so I joined, and I got all the West Coast guys. I brought all of them in. Then we raced that for, I'm going to say, maybe a year and a half. And the old owners were like the league owners, they were just dicks. I mean, it was their rule. And it was always a stupid rule. Like nobody agreed with the rule at all. And they would make up stupid rules, and they would constantly.
Real quick, was Cody league admin in there? Because it seems like we got some mixture here.
Yeah. Okay. So Cody was actually a league admin once we got those guys kind of out, and then we took over iOS. And then Cody had to kind of step down because a bunch of people got mad at him.
No, shocker.
Yeah. So anyway, so then back to the iOS ran for, anyway, it was really bad. So then we kind of took over, and it was me, Stephen Black, Cody, and I think Logan. I think the four of us kind of took over. And then Logan stepped down and Cody stepped down. That was just me and Black, and then we just started talking about like rebranding the whole league, just starting from scratch and kicking out like all the troublemaker people in the league. Not so much in the Discord, because obviously, because if that was the case, then Cody wouldn't be in the league. But the reason Cody's still in the league is because he's not a troublemaker so much necessarily on the track. You know what I mean? He's
a clean racer. I'll give you that.
He's very clean
he's
driver.
Very good.
Yeah, he's just
unfortunately.
He's just annoying in the Discord, but it's Cody. It's everybody's got that one.
I had a friend
where you're
named
just
Cody.
like, yeah, it's just that one guy where you're just like, he's a dick, but he's our dick. You know what I mean?
Good driver makes you want to put your head into a wall.
Yeah. So the logo was created by Stephen Black, and he kind of helped me create it, but then he was kind of never around. Sylvan also stepped in to like take care of all the points and everything like that. So then I realized like I was kind of taking on a little bit too much, because then we added the truck series. So then we changed it to
Feeder League.
No. To be clear, it's the Premier League. Xfinity's definitely the B series, Cody.
Yeah. So then we ended up fuck, where was I? Shit. So so then I realized I was taking on a little bit too much. So then I added a couple more people, got Eddie to jump on board to help out. So he'd take care of all like the schedules and the graphics and everything like that. And then we got Michael Provolt. He takes care of all like the social media stuff. And then Sylvan takes care of the points. And then I just take care of kind of being the brunt of all the bad decisions, and also taking care of like the financials and everything like that.
So it sounds like it started as a whim, kind of like we did with DBC Sim Racing, originally Dirtbag Racing, and then just blew up. I like it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, you guys do a good job. I just want to put that out there, despite this being our first year, and it was a rough getting in here, not knowing anybody and how everybody acted, and despite all of that, and this being the playoffs and we're all here, it's been fun. You guys do a good job.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's definitely it's hard to try to get new people in here for sure, to get them to stay, just because well, I mean, you guys witnessed it firsthand. Exactly, you know what I mean? Nobody raced around each other, different people, kind of, the league expects one thing, the new guys, they don't know, and they just race each other differently. And now I definitely, from now on, I think whenever a new person comes in, they're definitely have to fill out that bio, because it'll at least kind of maybe start like a conversation where they can at least
that's a good idea.
Jump in their Discord.
Right.
And then like, during practice, most, like in the truck series and stuff like that, usually everybody kind of hangs out in like the big general chat and then branches off, when the race starts. So then you kind of get to know some people, maybe oh shit, you're a welder too. Oh, I'm a welder, oh, where are you from? Oh, I'm from Chattanooga. Oh, I'm from Chattanooga. Boom.
Yeah, and then you won't be so pissed off when you get a bump.
Yeah.
Eddie.
Yeah.
Or Junior. It's a definitely a good bunch of guys. We had our growing pains to start at the beginning of the season, but to say the least. But it seems like everything's going well. I mean, we're definitely sticking around, whether people want us to or not. I mean, we're here.
We wouldn't be dirtbags if we didn't,
Exactly.
Everybody likes you now, whether they say it or not. Like over the text or anything, they all like you.
Well, okay. So for Stephen Black, he wanted an official statement. You heard it here first, guys. Knuutti likes us. Y'all can suck it.
I want to shout out Bobby Mays. He knows what's up. Martinsville, first round Martinsville.
Yeah, okay.
He's a real G.
What happened there?
Bobby just reached out to us, and just said keep giving him hell.
Nice.
It was one of those things where we were taking a lot of flack, and somebody reached out and was like, "Hey, you guys are doing good, and keep pushing, because we're at where we're at now, and we wouldn't be here if we didn't keep pushing."
Yep. Nice. There you go.
I mean, we definitely have a lot to learn. Jeff, you have a question, or you wanted to say something?
Well, yeah, I was going to add in real quick. The one thing I can say about SCSRA is no matter what your skill level, you come in and there you will find someone that races around how you drive.
Yep.
You can find someone that you can be competitive with. A lot of other leagues, you'll find people that are just way up there and no one can touch them, or
Cody.
you're way off.
You have a good
But-
balance in this league.
Exactly.
Yeah, like no matter what, pretty much anybody that joins the league is, like you said, going to be racing with somebody the whole time. And you always know you're racing with that person, because I always hear about issues with people like I always hear like Nick Mather and Joe Wright. They're always racing around each other because they're very similar. You know what I mean? In speed and stuff like that. And then, for instance, somebody like a Michael Provolt and like a Junior. You know what I mean? They're
Well,
kind of always
you
around
and
each other.
Cody. I mean, that's
Yeah.
a perfect example too.
Yeah, me and Cody, yeah. And then you can add, like Will Witt in there, Bacino.
Yep.
Yeah. Bacino might be my favorite person to race around in the league, actually. Because he can be like, well, I guess it'd be him and Cody, because I feel like both of them could be super, super, super aggressive.
Yeah.
The three of us can be very aggressive around each other. And we can even make contact sometimes, but we usually never really wreck each other.
Or you
Yeah,
kind
we
of
gotta get better at that.
Foresee it.
Yeah, like with Bacino, I think made some contact with him a couple weeks ago, and it really didn't mess either one of us up. Little contact, a little bit of wrinkle of the fender, but both got a 0x. So,
I mean, I just put my teammates into the wall.
Yep.
oh yeah, well my teammate likes to do that too. Once he found out that I'm leaving at the end of the season, the team owner likes to put me in the wall too.
Well, there's that.
Yeah.
So you announced that you weren't going to be league admin. Speaking of that, next season,
Yeah.
I imagine, just based off what you said about what the SCSRA, what your role in that is, and how much that puts on you. I mean, we're not league admins. We can't imagine how much that actually takes. But then a couple weeks later, or a week and a half later, it feels like you just, like, to spite you all, F all, I'm going to make this happen and we're going to make this work. What kind of went through your head with that?
It's just because I really love racing in this league, and and I've raced in a couple other leagues, and none of them have been this fun, for sure, by far.
Yeah.
It just from the Discord to the actual racing to the hanging out afterwards, like I look forward to Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Yeah.
And just kind of the Discord during the week, and sometimes like Bacino will like be bored, so he'll just like drop some stupid question on there, like, hey, should we bring back heat racing? You know what I mean? Just to stir the
I've
pot
noticed that. Yeah.
Yeah. And he'll just do that when he's bored sometimes. And that's what we like. Discord used to be huge, and the memes and gifs used to be crazy. And like Logan and Cody were like the two masters at it. There's some really, really, really good ones, like the green flag run. It's in the Hall of Fame, and it's like the Avengers like running to Thanos, the big battle scene at the end. Spoiler alert. And then it just shows like Cody did it, and he had like all the names falling each person around, and it is like by far my favorite like GIF of all time.
Watching this now. I'm watching it now.
Oh yeah.
Are you watching now? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the greatest thing of all time. Like, I don't think you could ever make a better GIF than that, this league related.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. And it's, a lot of the newer guys won't get it, but like there's a guy that Fronic, like whenever anybody makes a comment about like, oh, my temps are fine, that's that guy. Like we called him the legend, and he was a hockey player, and it just always like Junior on the radio on steroids, like that when they would go oh my god, it was great. But he would come up with some of the best one-liners too. I do miss the guy.
Keeps it interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good stuff.
I can only imagine Junior 10 times worse. God no.
I will only say that I'm glad I've never been on the same track as a Dustin Dean with the one right above.
Well,
the green flag runs.
Yeah. So the Dustin Dean, there's two Dustin Deans. There's pre-championship Dustin Dean and then post-championship Dustin Dean. Pre-championship, Dustin Dean, great racer, like pretty much be like racing around Cody and stuff like that. Always fast, always clean. You know what I mean? No issues with anybody. And then after he won the championship, he just turned into like a total dick. He was driving everybody like a dick. He was wrecking every week. He was blaming everybody else. He'd cut the chicanes at road courses and just do like the slowdown, but he'd end up making up ground because a stock car, you know, blowing through a chicane is going to be a lot faster than actually going through the chicane. That Daytona one coming off of turn 4. Yeah. So that one. So that's his whole, like, that was pretty much what got him completely removed out of the league, because he kept doing that. And then in that same race, he ran into Daniel Michel, who was, I think, in second place at the time.
Where's he been?
I don't. Well, he said
I remember what Roval, was that the Roval that he won, or he got second?
He got
him and I got together on the last chicane there.
Yeah,
that was a good race.
Apparently, last I heard, Apparently, last I heard, he was taking a break from iRacing. So
I hear it, man. Sometimes this stuff can get exhausting. I mean,
and that's why I do it 2 days a week, and that's it.
I know Mike's looking forward to the break after the season until the next one starts.
The break.
Yeah, between seasons?
The off season.
Yeah,
off season.
Not going to be much of one.
Well, now that Xfinity got pushed back a week.
Well, we may have to just cram some more stuff together. We're not sure, but it's not going to be much time off.
I mean, because we've done 3 weeks.
Yeah, we've done big breaks before, and we just don't want people to lose interest.
Right. Yeah, I get that.
For sure.
Yeah, keep people interested and just kind of do like maybe a little one-off knockoff races. I mean, you know, maybe we're even thinking about possibly doing like you know, so your 10 race regular season, so run five races, take a break, and then 5 more races, do an all-star race, and then do your 5 races, and then take a 2-week break for the next season.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, there have been talks about just doing little breaks like that. That way, you know, you don't get overwhelmed by it, but then also at the same time too, you get the people that are just like, hey, let's just rock and roll right through it.
Yeah, that's why I'm having to back off Xfinity. It's just too much for me to do in a week. I mean, I just don't have time for it anymore now that I'm working 3 jobs.
I don't have much practice for Xfinity either.
Right.
The only time I ever practice is I climb in the car when practice opens, but I get that hour and a half of practice. If I know I'm only going to get like 30 minutes of practice.
That's probably the way to do it, because then you just kind of stay fresh right off of practice.
Yeah, because then I mean, the only time I'll really do extra laps somewhere, it's like, okay, it's a race, I have to win. Like, it was actually kind of funny. When Cody won his championship, it was like me, him, Colin, and I can't remember Dakota Camper. It was so the 4 of us running for the championship, and we all had our own separate little private sessions up, and you can see every single one of us, and every single one of us were running a practice race by ourselves with like the correct fuel load and I'll tell you what, that was huge. Like, because I mean, like, Cody was untouchable. I had the rest of the field covered, and I mean, we went caution free the whole way. And if I just had one caution at the end, I had fresher tires, like would have been able to get him. But man, he had the perfect strategy, and I couldn't beat him. So
here, hold my beer. I'll fix the no caution thing.
Yeah,
I'm good at that. You can always count on me for that. So we talked about truck race this week, and how I took out my own teammate. And how Butch basically was untouchable. I mean, he led all 90 laps, right?
Yeah,
I think so.
There was that wreck right there at the beginning. It sucked because, like, Martinsville, pretty much once you have the pole, it's your race to lose at that point.
Yeah,
because you control it, and there's so many cautions, and it's really hard to pass them. It's just like, you know, running like the dirt track, you know what I mean? It's so hard to pass,
which was fun, by the way.
Yeah, you know, it's hard to make a pass. That's the best way I can put it.
Bristol's a lot easier to do on dirt. You can make passes easier on dirt at Bristol. So that I'm looking forward to that, honestly.
Yeah, Bristol Dirt, and then that's going to be determined if we ever do it again. And then so we got the two next. Or here, let's keep going with what we've been talking about. Yeah, for the trucks and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, there's really nothing left to talk about. I mean, I'm screwed. I may not even make Talladega because I have a training class that day. So I'm pretty much out. But we were talking about like the standing stuff. Even if I win, which is, let's be real, not going to happen.
At Talladega, yeah.
I mean, I'm like Todd in last night's practice. I'm a wrecking ball.
Okay, so you can't take last night's practice as because I was not driving how I'm going to drive in the race. I was literally trying to make every stupid move, and every single one of us were. Like that's
for sure.
Yeah, we were like, I think the race is going to be completely, totally different. I don't see a lot of cautions. I know the cars are really squirrely.
Yeah. That was actually my first time on Dega.
Oh, really?
Yeah, last night.
Yeah, just don't push the pusher. That's the biggest thing I can tell you.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even if I win, so let's just say I do win.
Yep.
That'll put me at 1,058 points and 1,059 because I'll have led a lap. That puts me at the same points that you're at right now. So if my team, hopefully Mike, is up there with me, and you guys will be all up front because you are every week.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. My chances are pretty damn slim.
Well, no, a win automatically advances you in the next round.
Didn't read that in the rule book.
Yeah, so Bacino's already locked in.
I'm going to look at that.
Yeah. So
I'll be pushing you in spirit.
So essentially in the next round there'll be
Mike, you don't get his spotter
I
either.
tried
Jeff,
so hard. I tried so hard not to be mad about that crash, and don't awake the dragon, Dave.
Dude, you were so polite about it too because I took your ass out. Oh, is what it is.
Yeah, no, it's the same rules, or it's the same thing as like NASCAR. If you win, you automatically advance to the next round.
Okay, hey, let's talk about NASCAR rules real quick. So if we're gonna kind of go with NASCAR rules, right? Let's say, for instance, directed at a certain person in our Discord, there's a rain delay at the beginning of a NASCAR race, and the race gets canceled or delayed to a different day. They redo qualifying and everything else, right?
No.
I think you mean if you get pushed back to the end of the year.
So I was asking, we were talking about this yesterday in chat. So in a rain delay, the qualifying order stays the same for the next day.
Yeah.
Yes.
It just picks up back where it was.
Yeah. Even if you were to move it to like a whole nother race weekend, which they've done that in the past, they just lined them up the way that they were supposed to start the race originally.
Okay.
It's like it seems like the next logical step, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah. So Cody will get his pole. I'll start outside pole. And yeah.
And I'll come through like a wrecking ball. Got it. Y'all aren't going to win. So yeah, I'm pretty much out. I'm just going to count it as that because, I had 2 end of lines, which I shouldn't have taken the second one, but whatever.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you about that, Knuutti. Yeah, Knuutti, not Knuutti, Knuutti.
Yeah, we're going with Knuutti.
I think we're going with
Knuutti
now. That EOL for Nick Mather that you gave him, was that where he got into David?
I honestly I don't remember. No, because David claimed that one.
Yeah. When he claimed it, we asked him what kind of happened. It seemed like it wasn't yours to claim.
No, I don't think it was. When I went back and looked at it, I don't know. I'm trying to be as honest as possible. If I think it's my fault, I'm going to call it, even though it wasn't my fault. And he was, from what I think it was Will or Cody, one of the two in the post race afterwards, when they went and looked at it, like there was no avoiding that. There was just no way I was going to be able to avoid that. Because as soon as I touched his front end is when the spotter said, you have a car inside. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Did you watch that one?
We watched the wreck. Or we just kind of glanced over it real quick. We actually didn't spend too much time on it because you claimed it.
Right.
We went to the one.
Right.
We went to the other one that Nick, or it was unclaimed, and that was the one that Nick caused.
Right.
Yeah,
It is what it is. There's always next year for me to fuck things up more.
I mean, it's kind of cool. I like the system because it kind of gives everybody the opportunity to, for one, if it was totally your fault, own it. But two, like you guys are pretty lax and understand racing and like you understand the shit happens. So it's like, how can you really put two, like when two drivers are involved in an incident and they're racing hard, like how could you really fault one or the other?
Yeah, it's also it's hard because it's a judgment call. You know what I mean? That's why we have this own it system, and it's been the best thing for it for this league, clean up cautions and stuff. Because we used to have like where there'd be a race control, and then they would determine like who was at fault, and I mean they would give somebody there. They gave Chaput one time an EOL because he checked up.
What?
He checked up, and then somebody ran into the back of him. So then they gave it to him because he checked up, and then that's when we're just like, "What the fuck are we doing?" You know what I mean? And yeah, it's just because you just have the biggest thing is trying to have somebody who knows what they're actually doing race control, right? To be able to make those calls. Most of them are going to cost money or they got to be like a buddy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that would have been a racing incident. Actually the person behind him technically.
Yeah, 100%. And that's what
I feel like 90% of incidents are just racing incidents too. I mean, like
most of them are. I mean, basically what we're trying to clean up is like incidents where people just go bombing into a corner and take out a bunch of people.
Sure. Yeah.
That's
blow through your braking zone and just straight up into the side panel.
Yeah. Which, it has really cleaned up. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it used to be really bad. It's not bad. It's not bad anymore.
Jeff, we still saw the 2-liter bottle of Pepsi. Okay. You can't hide it. All right, there. At least own it, man. Come on. So yeah, I liked it. We try to be honest about it. I mean, I like I think it actually, because of that kind of rule, forces you to think about being smarter while trying to pass. I mean, Martinsville, that's whatever. It is what it is. But in other cases, I think it forces you to think about what you're doing a lot more.
Yeah. I agree 100%. And that's why I think it's most of the times, like, like you said, like you kind of know it's your fault,
right?
At least you have a good idea. Like, oh, like I screwed up my braking and I got into him. Like,
right.
Like when you're saving the car, you know what I mean? And then you make contact with, it's on you. It's pretty,
right.
It's pretty like plain and simple, obvious, but yet we still do have some people that don't really grasp that concept.
I mean,
it bit me in the ass earlier in the season one time, and that's all it took from me. Like, you know what? Fuck that. I'd rather just take the EOL.
Yeah, because I mean,
to be honest,
yeah, and I mean, worst case scenario, say you do, there's one. Okay, it's 100% my fault. Call it out, and then there's another one where you're just like, dude, I don't know. Leave it up to chance. You know what I mean? And then you'll. Yeah, I guess I don't know.
No, I like it, man. It's good because like there's times where like you just gotta I don't think it was really anybody's fault. Leave it up to review and it may the odds be in your favor.
Yeah.
Well, and that's why I took the second one because like I don't know how many people are gonna end up a lap down. There was already so many cautions, so if I didn't take it, I was gonna get put back to the end of the field anyways, which I shouldn't have taken it because I would have been like 3 spots higher. But I mean, 3 points is 3 points. That actually made it put me up at 8th. I don't know. What would that have done?
Knuutti, I want to know something. I want to hear about this experience that you had jumping this Ford Bronco.
Oh, okay.
Wait, whoa. When did that happen?
Oh, on YouTube. Let's see. I'll send it to your Discord.
It's insane, man. Like it looks painful.
Real quick, David.
What?
If you hadn't called that one, you would still been out on track, though, wouldn't you?
Yes, to come through and wreck everybody else.
But you still would have been on track. You could have got a few more spots.
I could have, yeah. I could have, because let's say while Brian's looking that up, let's say hang on, let me go back to the points board.
Jeff and I can't enter pits correctly, and David's just trying to take EOLs that aren't his.
I'll get it one of these days. Let's say let's go back to the race results.
In my defense, my feet effed me up.
Feet?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're the ones that control the pedals.
Well, you see, my braking foot was on the clutch because I'm over here trying to save gas on the pit road like a dumbass.
Bro, you need to get yourself a little Honda Civic with the 5-speed manual. You'll figure out how to work that shit real quick.
I know how to work it. I was just trying to save the fuel.
Just sent you the Discord.
All right, cool, thanks. So let's say if I stayed even 1 to 9 laps down, I would have been in 18th place. So I would have had, 5 more points? Which would have put me
better off than you are now.
5 points behind 8th. So yeah, it would have made. I'm just gonna spin Craig and Provolt
and get parked.
And get no. I'm gonna do it in the same incident. That way, I just claim my 1. We'll be good to go, and hopefully they'll be out.
All right, we got to play this Bronco video.
Hang on.
I've already seen it.
I haven't seen it, so
You're lucky to still be walking, Knuutti.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I fractured a disc in my back when I did it.
Figured, yeah.
Yeah.
Knuutti, what the hell are you doing? Hang on, we're gonna make.
Oh, this was a long time ago. This was 9 years ago.
Did they pay you well?
No.
What do you mean? County Fair didn't pay you?
I didn't get a dime. I lost.
You got paid?
Well, it was actually kind of bullshit because I actually won because the guy who won cheated. He only went around the car once, and you're supposed to go around twice. And I had the second fastest time, so I won. And I didn't. I mean, I wouldn't have been able to go out there and get my trophy anyway. But
hey, Jeff or Mike, do you guys want to join the voice channel on Discord so you can watch this?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, don't if you don't want to.
I had to find the server.
Why? You should already be joined on it, sir.
Because I was on a different server.
Oh, that's fair.
There we go. I'm new here, sorry.
Okay, so let's watch this. Is there sound? Oh, yeah, there is.
Freestyle competition. Oh man, that's funny. All right, on the track right now is Brian Knuutti. Brian's 27 years old.
I hear it.
Okay. Yeah.
Talks about tire service and free ride. And it says on the side of that bad boy that it's for sale.
I mean, this already looks like
It just already looks so painful.
This part wasn't bad. The part that's coming up is the part that is gonna hurt.
There goes my vertebrae, my second disc.
So you were like, okay, right there, I gotta go around it one more time. And then you were so hyped up.
Oh my god!
You were just so fucking hyped up.
Yeah,
everyone's cheering, and you're like, "Give me a fucking ambulance!
Get me the fuck out of this truck!"
That's the in-car view.
Oh, we
Right
got
there,
to see
the
that.
top left. Top left. That's the GoPro view. I didn't realize the shell was gone until, like, one of the track officials said something behind me, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
I mean, the
Oh
truck
my
might have been
God.
tough. Your body, not so much.
You definitely needed a racing seat with a 17-point harness to strap your ass into this one.
Oh, you didn't like all my safety gear with the packing material with duct tape?
I mean, that's great and all, but
I mean, that's all NASCAR approved.
there's
you, what,
there's
you
a
drug dealer. You got a deal to make.
That was
Oh my
all
God.
so just in case I rolled it, because that's what I was actually trying to do, is roll it.
Oh no shit!
Yeah.
Trying to roll it off that jump?
No,
oh
I
my
just
God.
blasted the CD. I just wanted to do something cool.
Yeah, as you're sitting there writhing in pain.
Was it worth it?
No.
No.
If I go back, I would not do it.
So-
I mean, it's a cool video to show people, but well,
Man, I gotta watch this landing again.
I guess if I go back and
You could
still have
see
that
the
body,
pain.
because I have no residual like my back isn't fucked up for life from it. So
Oh, that's good.
Oh my god.
Ah,
yeah.
how did you not break your damn neck?
Look at that compression.
Can we?
So I lift before like the I preload the suspension. So I wait and then full throttle. So I preloaded the suspension on the Bronco.
Alright,
Why?
we're good.
Oh my
Whoa.
god, Knuutti.
I've never watched it in slow-mo. Holy shit.
Your whole body.
Holy shit.
Wow, that looks so much.
Look at that.
slow
That's it
motion. I've
right
never
there. That's
seen
the
that.
money shot. That's
Just
instant
right
regret.
here, total thriving in pain.
Oh,
Yeah.
How much pain were you in at this exact moment in time?
Oh, right now, like literally, I was just like, oh my god, fucking kill me. Like it hurts so bad.
Did you get taken by an
No.
ambulance after this?
No, so they came out and checked on me and like put me in the ambulance and like kind of checked me all out. And then he just told me to go to the doctor. And then this thing literally, this thing drove onto the trailer. But it's shaped like a banana. Like it bent the frame. Everything's broke.
It started up. You drove it back
Yeah.
on the trailer.
Dude, we took that thing to pick and pull and
Oh
dropped it
my
off.
god.
Yeah.
There's a reason that monster truck drivers literally have ratchet straps on their 5-point harness.
Yeah.
Well, actually, isn't it 7? I think it holds their legs in too.
You think the current Bronco could do the same test and
Fuck
pass?
no. Oh yeah, where do you hurt? My lower back, sir. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you're fine. Go home.
Yeah, then right here. Fucking crowd goes nuts right there.
Dude, you're a fucking lunatic.
Yeah. And then I think a month after this, I did
He says, "Yeah."
a month after this, I did the boat races. So if you, it's right there, the top right, the very
Right.
top one, Ukiah boat races. I did this a month after this.
Where should I fast forward to?
Just it's right from the get go. So that's us right there in the Mercedes. I'm driving, and then that's my best friend in the passenger seat.
This looks bad.
And he gets married in like 2 weeks after this or something like that. He was like, "Dude, just don't kill me."
That's awesome, man.
And
So reminds me of
I
the
see
old
no
test
problems
drive
here.
games.
I
Oh,
know,
this is-
right? Even instruction.
This is actually cool right here. So we blast this dude's right here in the Jeep. Where'd he go? He spun out somewhere.
This is just
right
straight up
here.
even destruction.
Right here, we just blast through the boat. Back of his boat.
'Cause why not?
Yeah, it was a blast.
Bro, and I thought I was a fucking redneck.
Yeah, the ambulance ended up winning. And I did that tough truck thing 2 more times after that. So I can't say if I go back in time, I wouldn't do it again because I did it 2 more times.
Ah!
Did you win the race?
This one, no, we finished, I think, 2nd or 3rd.
Your boat's
Oh.
barely hanging on now.
No, that thing wasn't going nowhere. So in the front of that boat, there's a bunch of tires, and then I wrapped steel cables around intertwined them through the tires, and then wrapped it around the rear bumper and welded the rear bumper to the frame. So that boat was not going anywhere.
Trailer or not, that boat was going nowhere.
Yeah.
I mean,
How do you
it
get
might
into
have
this
gone
kind of
somewhere
stuff?
and they take the whole back end with you.
What's that?
Go ahead, Jeff. What'd you say?
I was saying if they might take the boat, but they're taking the whole back end of the car with it.
Yeah.
So, Knuutti, I know this isn't your only, what Mike was asking, this isn't your only like racing experience, but how the hell did you get into stuff like this?
So this is just, it's just there's a racetrack nearby, and I'm friends with everybody, who races at pretty much every track. So someone would be like, "Oh, they're doing boat races this weekend, or boat races in a couple months or something," and we go check it out, and I was like, that's awesome. Get the rule book and then just go out there and do it. I also done a demolition derby, and I used to race streets like on the dirt track back in the day.
So besides this kind of stuff, what else do you do nowadays?
Now I race a 1983 Mazda RX-7 in the Lucky Dog Racing Series. But it has a blown motor right now, so we're figuring out what's salvageable, and then gonna go from there and getting a new motor built. Yeah, it's a big boat anchor. Yeah,
It's fine.
yep. But we're gonna have it nicely be rebuilt and add a little more horsepower to it, put bigger carburetor on it, header, and just do small things because we want it to go fast, but it also needs to last.
LS3.
Yeah. Nah, we want to keep it rotary.
It's no fun.
Although it chugs a lot of fuel. I mean, it probably
does.
Probably burns more fuel than probably like some V8s.
Oh yeah, for sure. They're hungry.
Yeah.
You can also make a lot of power out of them though. They're fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And the noises rotaries makes, you can't replace that.
Yeah, I just watched this documentary on or not really documentary, it's a 10-minute YouTube video. But it was a video on YouTube, and it was about the I forget what year it was, but when the B757, the Mazda rotary, the number 55 won at 24-hour Le Mans.
Yeah, that was a cool car.
Yeah, and then they banned it the next year.
Yeah, because it was too good.
It was already gonna be banned apparently because it was just for a lame rule because they wanted all the cars to have apparently some 3.5 liter engines. They didn't want anybody getting creative or anything like that, which kind of really sucked because who knows what else they would have came up with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you get those super smart guys working on fucking shit trying to make it go faster, that's how we fucking come up with all the cool shit.
Yeah, look at what's have you watched Rob Dom's on his 4-rotor on YouTube?
Who?
Rob Dom?
I don't know who that is.
So there's a YouTube car guy. His name's Rob Dom, and he's basically self-taught in everything rotary. But he's now building his own engines. He actually built a 4-rotor in an RX-7. I think it was like 1,800 horsepower last time we looked, or 1,600, or some crazy ass number. But he called the manufacturer of basically the Hoonicorn, or the Hoonigan car, the Mustang. He called the person that built the suspension and the drivetrain and faked being part of the Hoonigans. And they sent him like blueprints of how he makes the 4-wheel drive system work in that car, and basically built it in his RX-7. That thing's nuts, man. If you get a chance, go watch some of his videos, man. They're insane. He breaks down like every single piece of those motors and how he's modifying the blocks themselves to like on his own Haas CNC, but he's modifying the blocks so like the water jackets and stuff where you can get more compression on the motor itself because the studs aren't good enough. Okay. So it's actually super interesting. He goes into detail about a lot of that stuff. It's really interesting about rotaries.
Yeah, that's cool. Check it out.
Yeah. So we can talk about Xfinity and how that lasted 12 laps. Did anybody ever figure out what the hell happened? Because AWS didn't have any hiccups.
Apparently, a bunch of people were posting in iRacing Facebook pages last night that a lot of people were having problems with getting dropped. And also, too, Michael Provolt apparently had an issue before the race even started. He kept getting dropped out and kicked out, and he thought it was his computer.
Oh.
And so that was another person. So there was actually like 6 people that had issues.
Yeah, so to explain, for anybody that doesn't know, we were supposed to have the Xfinity race, and if anybody watched the broadcast on Intensity, Atlee loses his freaking mind when Cody hits the wall. If you haven't watched, it's actually pretty funny.
It was really weird. Cody hit the wall, Eddie hit him, and then I hit Eddie. I don't know what happened.
Somehow at full speed under caution, Mike. How'd that happen?
I don't know. It was
Full
like
throttle.
gave him a little bump.
Just gave him a little bump, right, and flipped him in the air. Okay. So last night, randomly, and it was middle of a run when you guys got kicked off the first time. And like randomly just 4 people lost connection. And
Yeah, so I was
Go ahead,
going down the back. I was going down the back stretch, and everybody went away. And I'm saying to my teammates, "I'm like, where'd you guys go?" And they're like, "We see you." And I was like, "I don't see anybody else out on track." And they're like, "You're still going down the straightaway." "Oh, you're in the wall." And then so I just kept driving like I would normal because I didn't want to pop back up, and slow down on the track. So I just pulled it into the pits. And as I was pulling down pit road, it just removed me. Then I guess it jumped me back in there, changed my tires. Then I logged back in. Then it changed my tires again, and then it kicked me out again. So
Yeah,
I had no
'cause-
tires, and
yeah, Atlee was watching you and he's like, this is an unscheduled stop for Knuutti. Not sure what's
Yeah.
going on here.
yeah,
And then, it kicked a bunch of people off again. And
yeah.
then,
I lost everybody going into turn 1,
ouch.
and so I did almost a whole lap without having anybody. But I knew I had like a half a second in front of me and a half a second behind me, so I knew as long as I was driving like my normal line, I wouldn't have an issue.
Yeah.
Unless Cody bend it, then I would hopefully net code through him, and then who knows.
Off to the race.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm definitely I'm experienced in getting net coded into things. Damn it.
Which, according to Mark Shavers, is not a real thing.
Oh
no, he actually admitted it the other day.
Well, if you go back 2 weeks,
New Hampshire.
Yeah, so week 3 or week 4, I can't remember which one. We sure shit watched me netcode right off of Eddie when I was 2 feet apart from him. So,
I
Mr.
know.
Shavers, if you're paying attention, go watch 3 episodes ago.
Shaver,
ago.
it's all right. Shavers just likes to rub
Yeah.
paint. Doesn't matter if it's netcode or not.
You can show him the incident and show there's 2 feet, and he's like, you're gonna hit anyway. Doesn't matter. It don't matter.
Yeah, okay.
That's
Sure.
what he says.
All right. So what else we got? So yeah, Xfinity is being pushed back a week.
Yep.
The B League, the trucks are going to stay the same.
Yep.
And then we're gonna. So what was this endurance race? Was it Will that was talking about that earlier?
Yeah, so Will's been talking about wanting to do like an endurance race. It'll be like unlimited fast repairs and unlimited tires, but there's no cautions in the race. And then it's like multi-class on like a small little short track. So you kind of be like, oh, what one are you doing? I want to try and then he's going to do payouts for the winner of each one. And I think it's going to be like $25 per class.
Interesting.
Yeah. And so it's
That'd
going to
be
be
cool.
multi-one. Yeah. It's just going to be completely and totally nuts.
I like the streetcar idea at Crandon.
At Crandon.
Didn't you post something?
Oh,
the
yeah.
street stock. Or
Yeah.
the dirt stock.
Yeah, so there's this guy on. I always see him on YouTube. His name's Nebin or Nebone or something like. I forget what it is, or Nebone, and his actual name is like Nick Nebin or something. And he always posts like during week 13, he does like his own version of week 13, like with all of his followers and stuff. And he did that, and that looks pretty cool.
Well, Mike and I were on late one night, and there was I think it was Dirtbag something.
Yeah.
There was an actual
Yeah, it's
Dirtbag
dirt-
group.
Yeah.
Huh,
We stumbled across another dirtbag clan.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
there
they do a bunch of like demolition derbies and shit. Unlimited for like car fixes itself. No rules, but you cannot
Yeah.
report anybody. And just have at it.
Whoever
And it was-
whoever finishes 60 laps around Eldora first.
right, and factor in fuel usage too.
Yeah.
It was a shit ton of fun.
Nice.
It just let everybody just wreck each other without any consequence. Like
Yeah, that's kind of like what we're looking for with like the whole fun runs and stuff like that. It was just to get people to like kind of take it out on each other.
yeah.
Which I think the person who takes the most advantage of that would definitely be Devin Pacino. He loves ruining fun runs.
Well, Junior tried to have some fun with that last night too. I mean, they've been fun. I just don't have enough time in the day because by the time we get off here, I'm in Central Time. So by the time we get off here, it's 10 o'clock at night. I'm just like, it's time for bed because I wake up at 6.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. Well, we get a pretty good little crowd, but you just pretty much know it's usually the same people. Like Eddie's usually on there super late. Cody's usually on there super late. Will's always like saying, "Oh, I gotta go. Okay, one more race. I gotta go. Okay, one more
Yeah, I
race."
noticed that.
And then my favorite is Josh Hall will say, "All right, I'll see you guys later," 50 times before he actually leaves. He'll say, "It was like, all right, I'll see you guys later at 7:00, and then 7:15. All right, I'll see you guys later at 7:30. All right, I'll see you guys later.
It's that FOMO, man.
Yeah, 8:00. Yeah, because like he'll be like, all right, see you later. And also we start talking about something else, and he's like, "Oh, that intrigues me." And then he sticks around and hangs out with us for another half hour, an hour.
Mike
That's
never
cool.
joins the fun runs.
Dude, I need a break after the race.
Bro, you need to just come run into Eddie as hard as you can.
That's what it's for. It's just like to sit around kind of bullshit. Like, I mean,
Well, I race in VR too, so it's like I'm in the
okay,
VR headset for a little over an hour and a half when we do our races, and then afterwards I'm like, damn, like
I got you.
now it's summertime. I'm gonna be sweating my ass off.
How are you going to do a team endurance race with us?
I'm gonna get the fan.
What team endurance race you guys doing?
Oh man, anything. Something, I don't know. There's been a couple that we've talked about it in the past, how Mike and I, and obviously Jeff too, love like road racing. So we wanted to, Jeff had talked with Wes before about doing which race was the 24-hour?
It was the Majors 24.
Yeah, the Majors 24 at Le Mans.
Circuit de la Sarthe.
Yeah, Circuit de la Sarthe. So we wanted to do that, but the road racing thing is fun to me. I enjoy it.
I like
Yeah,
the open wheel.
Well, me, Cody, Will, Colin, who else? Eddie, Blake Hensley, and a few other people. We all do like we did the 24-hour endurance race or 24 hours of Daytona this year. We also did 12 hours of Sebring. We did Bathurst last year. That was a blast.
Bathurst is fun as I love that track.
Yeah. And what we've been talking about doing is like for these shorter races, try to get like a bunch of us together, or actually just in general, try to get a bunch of us together and try to like do races together and have like a whole SCSRA like endurance team.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Are
like,
we allowed though? Because we're not well liked around these parts.
Nah, you're fine. You're fine. But like that, say like, okay, the 4 hours at the Glen or something, or, you only need like 2 drivers for that one, really, and say we got like 8 of us. Well, then we split up into 4 teams. And then you just pick whoever you want to kind of team up with and pick a car that you guys like. And then we all practice together and then all join the session, hope in the same race.
Well, too bad the 6 hours tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. I was actually, I thought it was going to be busy this weekend. I thought I was going to be going to Country Summer, but I'm not. So I
throw a team together real quick, man.
Yeah. Well, not enough practice now. I like to put in a little bit of practice for those big races.
It's the Glen. You got the first like hour to practice, bro. It'll be fine.
No, trust me, for those big long races, you want to really put in like at least 2 big long full stints and no issues and stuff like that.
I did a 3-hour race, I think, one time at Brazil. That was fun. Enjoyed that.
I've never been.
I liked. What did we do? 185 laps. Where did we do that at? Was that Darlington? That off, of course.
I think so.
Yeah.
Darlington.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That
so
was fun.
We're gonna be doing that we do that. We used to do that 3 times a year, but now we're just doing it once a year. And then we're gonna do it once every season during the regular season, double points, but we're also gonna be doing it in trucks next season also.
Yeah. That'd be
And
cool.
then also we're gonna have the twin races, which will be I think a blast also.
We didn't. Darlington's not on next year's schedule, is it? It's trucks.
No, it's not.
Damn. I hope that wasn't my only chance to win.
By the way, Mike, thank you for those double points.
Yeah.
That was my fucking track, man. I was gone.
Yeah, that's a good track. That's one of my favorite ones.
Yeah.
We can talk about your pit mistake again, Mike. We talk about it every week.
Haunts me every night.
Mike's like, no, we're going to talk about Jeffries this week.
Oh yeah, Jeff. Let's talk about you, Jeff. Good job, bud. Yeah, go ahead and just slink down and hide there, guy. So Jeff, let's talk about how your race in the that's the 802. Jeff, come back, sir. You're
The
allowed to
number
come
you are
back.
trying to reach is no longer in service. Please hang up and try again.
Come on, Jeff. We've made fun of Mike for 3 weeks. It's your turn.
You guys just see what Stephen Black posted in memes and gifs?
No,
Oh,
gotta go
God.
look now though.
Yeah.
Uh,
Dude, I love it, man. Like I said again, despite everything, it's a good time. Like it's always fun. I think I told you a while back. It kind of fuels week to week, like the Discord. It's cool.
It's fun. I like it.
whoa. Did you guys hear this news about Clint Boyer?
No.
An investigation is underway following a crash involving former NASCAR Cup Series driver Clint Boyer and that left a 47-year-old woman dead.
Oh shit.
What?
Yeah. It's posted in the NASCAR discussion.
I got Google's.
I remember the other day, someone on Twitter was saying that he hadn't been active recently, and that's not like him.
NASCAR's Clint Boyer involved in deadly crash near Lake of the Ozarks. An investigation is complete following a crash involving Emporia, Kansas native and former NASCAR Cup Series Clint Boyer. A 47-year-old woman died. The crash was reported just before 9 p.m. on Sunday, June 5th, near this freeway in Missouri. According to a crash report, Boyer was driving westbound on 54 and was approaching 242 when he struck a woman walking on the ramp. Crash states that once Boyer realized the crash occurred, he immediately hit his brakes. He called in help point first responders to the female victim, who was pronounced dead at the scene. Wow.
Wow. Yeah, that sucks.
That does suck.
Hmm.
Boyer's vehicle was reported. There was nothing about... so, actually, there was 0 blood alcohol content in the system. Crystalline substance was found
I
with
could
the
still
female...
charge him for
vehicular
what is that,
manslaughter,
yeah.
Jesus.
That's heavy.
A substance near her was located as believed to be meth. She was believed to be under the influence of drugs.
Really?
She was the girl that was on the ramp, walking on a freeway.
Oh, she was. I missed that part.
yeah. She was walking on the on-ramp to a freeway. I mean, that is truly unfortunate for her and for him for being involved in that. In my opinion, though, I mean, if it was at night, because it was at 9 p.m. in Missouri, I don't know if y'all been to Missouri, but it's dark as fuck out there because it's middle of the country everywhere. You can't see shit out there. So that sucks, though.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. Anyways, Jeff.
Yes.
How did your run at the 802 Racing go on Sunday?
It went great.
Yeah? Do we need to pull up
Yeah.
the replay? Because I have it.
Damn it, Eli!
Hey, David, if you're gonna show this about Jeff, you should show how you took me out at Martinsville.
I actually don't have the replay. I just watched it happen. I mean, we can go to the broadcast and watch it happen, though.
Man, I only blew a 4-second.
I should have never
lead.
been back there anyway. I freaking crashed on. I didn't even crash in qualifying. I just spun out, and then I was trying to get on the first out lap, and then I was trying to get turned back around and just spun it to get myself turned around, and it disqualified me for unsafe driving, or something
That's
like that.
That's that strict. Dude, there was
Yeah,
an update to iRacing. What the fuck?
I saw that black flag and I was like, I wonder what he did.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's what happened.
That
I
was
was
the update
coming around one, exiting two, and spun it, and I managed to hold on to it, and then I used my tire. I spun it to just revved real high and spun it around to try to get straightened out and keep going, and it black flagged me. So I was like, well, I'm starting Martinsville in the back. That's not a good thing. And then worked up to like 10th or 11th, and then that's when David took me out, and I restarted.
Do you want to play some Hell Let Loose, Mike? Take out your aggression on me? I'll be on the other team.
I'm happy that I got back up to like 10th twice.
You know,
from
I was
last.
out of the race, so I couldn't take you out again. Worked out.
Yeah.
Poor Mike. So Jeff, back to 802 Racing. What happened to your race, sir? Because, you know, I was watching that broadcast. You were doing pretty good there for a while.
Blew a 4-second lead.
Sounds
Oh,
oddly familiar.
How'd that happen, Jeff?
Well, you see, I was close on fuel, and I didn't want to be sputtering on the pit road, so I decided to clutch through 3 and 4.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, I don't use my right foot to brake.
Right.
Guess what
people
Jeffrey ended up? Yeah, guess what Jeffrey ended up not doing correctly.
Oh,
going on
please tell
pit
the
road.
world, Jeff. We'd love to hear this.
Brake. Wait, why am I not stopping fast enough? More brake. Oh, I just crossed pit road going about 58 to 60 something miles an hour. Oh no, 50 mile per hour bit limit.
Oh, and what happens when you do that? You get a black flag, right?
Not always. I slowed down to like 25, and then it gave me the black flag, and I just went, fuck.
Oh, okay. I don't know whose is worse, Jeff. Yours or Mike's?
I think it's hilarious that it happened to you. Like the fact that it happened to me and you benefited from it. I wish I was in that race and I was running in second. Because if I was in that race, I would have had to be running second, and they would have just paid back the favor. But
Oh my God.
I just can't believe it happened to you too. That's unbelievable.
I'm so itchy for some reason.
He can't see you. He's not on video.
Well, that's to him.
Oh, he was flipping you off, Mike.
That's okay.
I just thought I'd narrate for everybody. I can see it, but Mike, you can't. Knuutti's like, these motherfuckers, I'm never coming back here again.
I don't blame him.
I can't say I do either.
All right, Knuutti, I want to before we start wrapping up, I want to know, what are your predictions for Xfinity League?
Cody.
Xfinity League for the championship.
Why is that even a question?
Will Witt's in there too, man, and Eddie's got to win under the Truck Series. I mean, so he's got what it takes to win.
Where's the final?
So it's Cody first, Will second, Colin Willems, Jeffrey Belk, Todd Mays, Joseph Wright, Eddie Morris, Josh Hall, David Wright, and Butch Young.
I was more so thinking of the schedule. Okay, so, well, no, Bacino's not in Xfinity.
No, that's right.
Yeah,
the points haven't been updated, Sylvan.
He's still waiting for that power to come back.
That poor fucking guy.
No, right here, yeah. So it's Cody Moore, Will Witt, Colin Willems, Jeffrey Bell.
Oh, I counted 1, 2.
Yeah, Todd Mays, Eddie Morris, Joseph Wright, Josh Hall, Dave Wright. So honestly, I think my prediction, just kind of going off the remaining schedule, I think Colin Willems might be my pick.
Interesting. So it's based off the schedule, huh? You know those guys on those tracks?
It's just based off the schedule, like because I know the three of them are all going to run really good at Richmond and Talladega. Bristol, I feel like Collins won there before, so he's going to do real good. If you're good at Bristol, I think you're usually good at Dover. So, but I think Dover. I think I'm going to win that one.
There you go.
I hope I win that one. And then Homestead. I know Colin's really good there, but I also know that when Cody
is on a mission to prove a point,
when he's on a mission to get that W, he's damn hard to beat. But Colin's got a lot of speed there, and I think Will Witt's going to be. I think those are the final three that make it, and unless, I think those are the final three that make it in.
So
I know I'm biased.
So Cody, Will Witt, and Colin.
Yeah, those are my picks for the top three that make the final round.
Who wins the race?
That one I don't know. I think if I was a betting man and I got a gun to my head, I'd say it would be Colin, Cody, Will.
I'm making notes. Hang on.
Well, here's what I know. I got a damn mission to prove now.
Colin, Cody.
Will. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you notice how Jeff wasn't mentioned at all in that.
I've got something to fucking prove.
He's got to
Again-
win at Darlington.
I'm biased. I'm biased because those are my teammates. And I've also raced just around them quite a bit. So
Yeah, I haven't even raced probably half the tracks we got left in the playoffs. Like I said, I haven't raced Dega at all. Never raced Homestead, Miami. What are the other ones?
We got Dega next, Atlanta and Michigan. Both tracks I'm not a fan.
I think
Is
it's
Atlanta?
Michigan.
Did they redo Atlanta for iRacing in this last update?
I don't think so.
Not yet, I don't think. I
Not
think it's
yet.
still the old repave.
They're probably
Yeah, I
going to have to rescan the track.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's probably gonna be probably one more 13 week, and then it'll be there. But yeah, so that's my picks for that. For truck, I think I'm gonna win the championship. So I don't even care who else.
I
But
came
it's
in
good-
like a wrecking ball.
It's gonna be tough though for me because I'm gonna be missing. What week am I missing?
Yeah.
I'm missing Atlanta, and that is my favorite track.
Oh, good.
So that sucks.
I'm not sad for you.
Yeah. So that
So if
That- I
so-
will essentially be if I make it out of this next round, essentially I have to win at
If.
Michigan. Essentially I have to win at Michigan if I want to have any shot at Homestead. If I don't win at Michigan, I don't think I have any shot of making the final three.
What is this if crap? If I make it out of this next round, you'd have to lose the race, like last place,
Hey,
to
it could
not
happen.
make it to the next round.
It could
Yeah,
happen.
that's like me winning at Dega. Yeah, okay.
I mean, you don't know. Nudie might be the only one that has connection issues.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start hacking.
Yeah.
Your iRacing will never work again.
You might have an unfortunate accident from someone that has no chance of making it into the final three.
Yup, you never know.
You know, that's a possibility.
I got your back, Mike.
I
We
feel
probably
like
shouldn't publish this, should we?
I feel like
It's too
you know,
late.
there's some drivers out there you gotta watch for. You know, just saying.
Todd Mace. Uncle Todd. Yeah,
Well-
it's gonna be interesting.
You guys want to talk about next season's schedule?
Sure.
I mentioned it last week,
Alright.
last week. I think it was the week after you put it out there. So yeah, let's talk about it, right?
Yeah, so trucks, we got the Clash at Daytona, which is going to be Xfinity cars, and there'll be heat
In the
race.
truck series,
No, this won't count.
are we
towards
talking about
points or
the
anything
truck
like that.
series, or are we talking about the Xfinity series schedule?
So this is on Tuesday. So at the very top, it's kind of it. Technically, the very first one it shouldn't be on there, but we're just gonna leave it on there. Essentially, this is Tuesday, and then Xfinity is Wednesday nights. Look at it that way.
Got it. Okay.
Oh, hold on one second.
And we lost Nudie.
All I want to know is it the premiere series?
Hey guys,
Or
I'll
the
be
fever.
back. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
All right, well, I'm out.
Yeah, well, let's leave before Nudie comes back. End session. No, we all know that the truck series is the premier series.
Yeah.
I don't care what Cody says. Well, how
I'm
do you
just
feel,
a
Mike?
scrub.
Mike,
What?
did you hear anything we just said?
Yeah.
What did we say?
You said the truck series is the premier series and the Xfinity series is not.
Correct. So how do you feel about that?
I feel that both series are just as competitive as the other due to the fact that most drivers are competing in both series.
Oh, you went the logical way, huh?
Yeah.
But see, I'm not there, so that means the Xfinity series is the scrub series.
I don't
You
know
gotta
if
win.
I mean, I gotta win, but
I think by luck.
it's the scrub series.
It really was by luck.
It wasn't by luck; it was just by your downfall.
Yeah, but if I was running second and like the guy in front of me made a mistake like that, I'd be like, damn, I got lucky.
It's good luck.
Oh shit.
Dude, this image is freaking massive. Oh, god damn it. I lost it.
It's fucking hot in here.
You should probably get a fan going in there.
I kind of want to move all my stuff down to the basement though. I've got a basement that we just don't use. And I could just take everything down there, have more room for the VR headset, have more room for the rigs.
There you go. Make it happen,
Yeah.
Captain.
And it's like nice and cool down there. The only thing is damp, super damp, and there's a bunch of
Damp's not good
spiders
for
and
computers.
cobwebs keep getting in there. I don't really want to put my electronics down there.
Yeah, you'd have to run a
It's fin-
dehumidifier up there.
Yeah, it's a finished basement, but still.
Do you live in a house or an
Yeah.
apartment or okay?
Yeah, I've got what is it, 3-bedroom house. It's not that big. I'm on what, quarter acre.
Okay.
Just a little suburban area in Maryland.
Oh, while Knuutti's gone, let's talk sponsors. So first sponsor that we always thank for allowing this to happen, Dirtbag Clothing. Dirtbag Clothing is a lifestyle brand for those who forge their own path and are passionate about living life their way. Dirtbag has been around since the 90s, supporting regional artists around the country with their merchandising needs. Oh, this didn't work out the way I wanted it to. Just going to turn that off. So visit the link in the description below and 15% of your purchase goes directly to the drivers that you love. Second sponsor is... Why is this not working the way I need it to? I need to get better at this. Second sponsor, W Energy, is formulated to give you focus and energy with no jitters or crash. The formula contains vitamins, amino acids, nootropics, which included the patented neurofactor. No calories, no sugar, no maltodextrin, no fillers, no artificial colors. Just great taste and the energy needed for those long gaming sessions. Use code DBCSimRacing for 10% off your purchase, and every purchase you make helps make the channel what it is directly. Mike, Pigloo Gear, stole some information off your website here. Small startup company based out of the Appalachian Mountains in Western Maryland. While they are limited to a shorter season in the winter, they still like to get after it while they can. Local resorts include Wisp Resort, Seven Springs, Timberline, and Snowshoe. They sell stomp pads, also referred to as snowboard traction in the industry. Purpose of this mission is their mission is to help gain traction, pun intended, in the snowboard industry. While they primarily focus on winter sports, their team does encourage outdoor activity whenever possible. Visit piglootgear.com to support Michael Rosenberger.
Thank you, Dave.
You're welcome. I didn't have a little screen for that yet. Still working on that one.
I think that's the first time I've read it out. I've heard somebody read it out loud to me.
You're welcome, sir. Glad I could be of service to you. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
we need to get in there and get some graphic, some web design work in there.
Yeah. Did you know no one has watched tonight?
Nobody's watching?
Nobody's watching.
Wow.
Jerks.
All by ourselves.
Our Facebook page is actually reaching a lot more people. I don't know if... So I was looking at the analytics.
See, we shouldn't have kicked him off the tour, Doug.
So I was looking at the analytics. I think it was yesterday or some notification or something. The last post reached like 450 people.
Oh, that's cool.
For something that started 2 months ago, I know it's not in 1,000 yet or even 500. But god dang it, for posting 3 times a week, I'm proud of it.
Hell yeah.
And no one watches this. There's like 19 people, and all of them are from the SCSRA mostly. Like Knuutti will go and watch this tomorrow while he has time. I'll watch it tonight because I'm bored.
That's what I do with the broadcast every night we get done racing. That's really why I don't do the fun races. I want to go sit on my ass, snack on some food, and watch the broadcast.
Did you watch the one from the Xfinity that Atlee did?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He cut it off right after. Well, Cody Moore went into the wall. And then,
Yeah.
like I said, Eddie went into Cody, and I don't know how it happened, but I went into the back of Eddie. And
No idea.
Atlee was like, whoa, what's going on? And
I
he's like,
have never seen this before.
Yeah.
Cody Moore went straight into the wall. What is happening?
Very uncharacteristic of Cody Moore.
Yeah, he was so animated. It was cool.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Yeah, I watched it.
So what I'm hearing is that all of the guys from SCSRA watch this. They hear all the crap we talk about them, so that they can go and let that build up inside, so that they can step on us
we
off track.
fuel the fire every fucking week. It's great.
Hey, they started it.
Yeah, they did actually.
I mean,
Yeah.
they started it with y'all. I was not part of this.
Well, you are now,
So,
so suck it up,
Yeah,
bro.
now.
I will say they don't mention you at all. Like they don't talk about you at all. You also aren't really a part. You don't really come into the Discord very often. But like me and Mike,
He's got some one-liners.
yeah, he does get one-liners. But Mike and I, we're the brunt of it usually. Or more active.
If you don't say anything to anyone, then no one has anything to say to you.
All right, I'm back.
Unless you give him a bump.
And then it's just like forever.
Oh.
Rosenberg, dude, Eddie's hilarious.
Yeah,
Oh.
honestly, all jokes aside, like, you know, I have mad respect for the dude.
Yes. So, Brian, Knuutti, back to the truck schedule.
Yes. Okay, so the schedule. Let's see, pull it up here. So the Clash of Daytona is actually going to be Xfinity cars, or at least that was the intention. We might do trucks. I have to talk to the sponsor of the race and see if he doesn't care about either one.
Who's
the winner,
sponsor? Can you
it's gonna
tell
be
us?
Falcon Graphics.
Oh, okay.
And the winner gets a free paint.
Okay.
And originally we were going to do just essentially people that like say aren't all necessarily all-star eligible. But then we decided that it might be more fun to do like kind of like a heat races and like a B main and then like a short little race for the end. You know, you got to earn your way in.
Okay.
Sounds like it might be a little bit more fun and interesting to watch. Just short little 10 lap little heat races and then like a little B main and no cautions in the heat races, but you have cautions in the B main and then the main, and then like the main would be just a quick little 20 lap dash. So people would just be balls to the wall the whole time.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, as official most hated champion or most hated driver champion, do I get to be in the All-Star race?
No.
Damn.
Sorry, but you get to race in the shootout, which is right before the All-Star race.
Sure.
So essentially,
Not fair.
what we do is we have everybody who didn't make the main event or didn't make the All-Star. So somebody doesn't have a win, previous All-Star or last season's All-Star winner, or previous champion. So if you've won a championship in the SCSRA, you're locked in for life. If you win a race, that locks you in for that season. And then if you win the All-Star race, that locks you in for next year's All-Star race.
I think the DBC Sim Racing team went half the season without an opportunity to win because we were shit on the whole time. I think that we should all just be automatically included.
Well, again, you'll be automatically included in the shootout.
Oh, thanks, Knuutti. Thanks for the consolation prize.
Yeah. And
Here's
then
your
after that,
participation trophy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
and then so the very first race of the season will be Trucks at Night, Daytona, and then we go to the road course, which will also be at night. And then we're going to go to Gateway, and we've never raced on Gateway as a league, either iOS or SCSRA. So that one's going to be a new one. So,
Well, Gateway hasn't been in iRacing that long, has it? Or am I crazy?
It's been there for a while.
it's been there for a couple of years, I can tell you that much.
Oh, well, I don't own it, so I've never seen
I
it.
race I raced in it in another league, and pretty much if you're good at Phoenix, you're gonna be pretty good here.
Okay,
I'm
so
not
I'll
good at
count that one
Phoenix.
out for the season. Cool. All right, next.
And then we go to Bristol Dirt night race.
Super
That's gonna be
excited.
fun.
It's gonna be the exact same thing
Or
as
dirt
last
races.
time, but with caution laps will count.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Thank
Yeah, those dirt
please
races
God.
were fun. I really
Yeah.
enjoyed that.
Yeah. And then Dover, then we go to Dover for 110 laps. North Wilkes, and that'll be the throwback week. Will be week 6. So everybody does their throwback paints that week. Let's see. Charlotte will be the double points race after that. Will be 170 laps.
It's a
Then we
long
get a
damn race.
Yeah, it's a long race, but that double points. And then right after that is the double header race, which is twin 50 lap races. And then so we'll qualify like normal, run the first race like normal. Everybody will get scored points like normal, and then the top 10 inverts, and then we do another 50 lap race.
Seems like a lot for one night.
No, it's 100. We're normally
That's
doing
true.
100. Yeah, we're normally going to be doing 110, 120 lap races.
These races do seem to be a little longer this year or this next season.
In the truck series, yes. Xfinity, we're just we're bumping them up just about because we realized season 1 they were too long, and season 2 they were a little too short. So I'm trying to hopefully they're just right.
Right.
Yeah. No, I like it. I like
Yeah.
it. Like I said, that longer race at Darlington, I felt like that gave you a lot more time to get into a groove.
Yeah. And we're gonna try the twin points or the twin race thing, and if it works, then we'll do it. Once, maybe even twice. Maybe we can do it in the playoffs. 1 year. Who knows? So
Who comes up with these ideas?
kind of just sometimes when I'm heavily intoxicated, I'll come up with some random idea, or a lot of good. Actually, I hate to say this, but a lot of the decent ideas that
Don't say his
are
name.
Cody Moore.
Yeah.
God damn it, he's like
Like I say, he's our asshole.
I mean, just
Yeah.
don't say it 2 more times.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, right.
Cody Moore comes up with a lot of crazy stuff, and Cody Moore, and he's here. No, anyway, so he comes up with a lot of decent ideas, and then also Will and then Eddie also, like, we all kind of come up with decent shit, and like I'll bounce a lot of my ideas off of Eddie and the other admins, and then see what kind of everybody thinks, and I always try to, because I know like a rule change or something that we might do where, like, say the fast guys don't necessarily like it, but the slower guys do, but then vice versa. I always try to make it to where it's good for everybody,
Right.
or more beneficial to the slower guy than the faster guy.
Can we give Cody Moore a power limit next year? Next season? That should be that should be a good one.
No, he's just got to share his setup before every race.
I don't think you can put a penalty weight on an individual driver. If you could, that would be awesome for doing like short track leagues and stuff like that. Because
Okay, so everyone else drive a Ford and he drives a Chevy, then fuck him.
Yeah,
that works for me.
I wonder if actually you could do that. I got to look into that, because I know like you can do like weight penalties and power penalties on specific cars. I wonder if you could do it on specific drivers.
I do not believe so.
That would be awesome, because I know like local short tracks and stuff like that. If you're winning every week, they just keep adding weight to your car until you slow down and until you lose.
I like it.
If I may cut in for just a second.
No.
Yeah.
David,
What?
you brought up Gateway earlier and asked, wasn't a recent release. Going into iRacing's release notes history for all of iRacing time, Gateway Racetrack was released on November 20th of 2014.
Okay, didn't mean I've never raced on it.
To give you an idea, this is the exact same update that released team driving for the endurance events.
Okay, well, I still never driven it, so just saying.
I'm just saying, it's not new by a stretch of the imagination.
Well,
Yeah, so then after that we go to Watkins Glen 45 laps, New Hampshire, and that'll be the last race of the regular season. Then we go Dega, Richmond, and then Kansas, California, and Chicagoland to finish out the season. Then
I'm still on this whole driver ballast thing.
Yeah, right.
Oh man, apparently there is no way to do it.
So for Xfinity, we're gonna have 2 dual races, just like you do in the Cup Series has. So everybody's gonna qualify. The top 2 drivers automatically are front row. They can still run the race, and it'll be 2 30-lap races, and then the top 10 will get points for each one of those races. So the win doesn't lock you in, but you'll get points. So if you win it, you get 10 points. If you finish 10th, you get 1 point.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Why do you guys not run next gen? Besides that it's a piece of shit car.
Okay, so that was another thing. So originally we used to run the Cup Series car, the last one.
Mm-hmm.
And then but it got so easy to drive. It was basically just like wide open track, and it was boring. So we wanted to do something different. So we switched over. Then we were thinking, for season 2, we'll do Xfinity cars maybe, or do the next gen cars maybe. Then we were looking into it, and just like they had setups for tracks, but it was literally just like super speedway racing at every single mile-and-a-half track. So they weren't ready. Like they weren't hard to drive. They weren't on the edge. They weren't fast. So we were waiting for that. So then they kind of got there. Then for season 3, the original plan was, okay, we're going to do trucks and next gen. And then Dylan Redding was going to throw up that league. So then we just said, okay, well, if you're going to do that on Thursday nights, we're not going to run next gen. So we'll just stick with Xfinity. So we made the schedule. We had everything done up. We got all the graphics done and everything like that. And then now Thursday isn't happening. So next season, we will more than likely be switching to the next gen cars over Xfinity cars.
I think you actually need to give it that time though, because this new next gen implemented a lot of changes. And almost every day I've logged in, there's been an update not specifically, but those cars included. So I think you need to give it some time and let the teams give as much data to iRacing as they can so that it actually fixes it, because they used to drive on rails, and like there was that whole tire fall off period where they would only get so bad and then you kind of just plateau there and it's okay. Now it's just progressively worse and worse and worse. And the new tire model for NAS for the next gen cars, on point. It's a lot better than it used to be.
Yeah.
So I think you need to give it another season. I think that after this 13th week, maybe after this next update, because iRacing is going to get a lot more data from teams again, more road case data, because those cars still aren't good on road courses, even though they're supposed to be. I just really want them to simulate a tire falling off too. Yeah. Because it's not great.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. And hopefully if it's good by then that'll be the next car that replaces Xfinity. But I mean, that's also, we're talking about something that's 6 months away, I think would be the next season. So,
right.
But we need to start kind of making a decision basically kind of by the end of August, what we're going to do.
Right.
Yep.
So after Watkins Glen.
So then we do the duels, then Daytona at night, and then we do Watkins Glen, and then this race is, I think, going to be awesome. So it's going to be the dual races. So it's 2 25-lap races, but it's qualify, run the first race like normal 25 laps, and then it's a full field invert. So if you finish dead last, you're starting on the pole.
Not going to lie, I'm mad that I'm going to miss that race.
Man, that is going to be, I think, one of the craziest races. And so we're only doing full field inverts for if we do the double header on road courses. For ovals, it'll just be the top 10.
Right.
Yeah. And then we go to Chicagoland, 120 laps. Richmond at night, 150 laps. Then we got Homestead, 121 laps. I added 1 extra lap just because Colin usually runs out with 1 lap to go. So now he'll run out with 2 laps to go. And then North Wilkes, is 150 laps. Indy is 180 laps. And that's
90 laps.
No, it's 80 laps.
80 laps. Okay.
Yeah, so it's a half distance race. So that's double
You said
points, right?
180 laps. I was like, that's a long.
Oh
damn
yeah,
race.
sorry. Yeah, no, not 180. It's 80 laps, and it's a double points race. So that'll
Okay.
be a half distance race. That'll be a crown jewel race. Then we go to Iowa, which is a blast in these cars, and then we go Daytona Road Course at night again, and then we do Fontana, and then that's it for the regular season. Then we're on to Bristol, Kansas, Charlotte, Dega, and Michigan for the championship round. I think it's going to be a good one. Yeah.
I'm not the Watkins Glen, man. I'm mad about missing that one. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think that one's going to be great, and I'm really hoping that the doubleheader thing works. 'Cause I think it's just going to be fun. Just kind of nobody really having to save tires, and everybody's just going balls out. I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, thank you for not putting Sonoma back on the calendar for next season, by the way.
Oh, that'll be on there next season.
I enjoyed Sonoma.
I love Sonoma.
Other than
I think you're just partial to it, Knuutti.
Who's the 82?
The 82. That's Joe Wright.
Joe Wright. Hey, he didn't give you much of a fight there.
Oh, we're gonna bring that back up, huh?
What do you mean?
Oh, Knuutti, do we really need to go over this again?
Was it the trucks? It was the trucks.
It was the trucks.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I was gaining on you. You had just got past who was it? Joe
Fucking
Wright?
Mike.
Who'd
Yeah.
you say?
Yeah.
Joe Wright?
Yeah.
But like you didn't really get by him. He kind of like moved over and let you go. And
oh no!
and then I was like right behind
No,
him
Knuutti,
with
don't
you, and
even
then-
try to
No.
defend that, bro.
He
Watch the
didn't-
video.
I'll show you. He spun his tires. He
Hang
spun
on.
his tires,
He
and
moved to the right.
No, he spun his tires. You pull that video up all you want all day. He spun his tires and regained a little bit, and I was gaining on everybody in that section because I can go full throttle through that section.
Okay.
And nobody
So
else
what the
can.
hell do you do to go full throttle through that?
I have a lot of laps at that track.
I'm not saying that you weren't faster. I'm saying the way he moved over for you compared
Hang
to
on,
the
I gotta
way
go
I
find
got
this race
stuck
now.
behind him for laps
No, that
was just ridiculous.
Well, that was just him spinning tires. That's all it was. is
Lies.
He got loose coming. Okay, he got loose coming out of the corner.
What day was April 26th?
I don't think it was like a move or anything like that. I'm just saying it was
Very
easier for you to get
suspicious.
by than me.
I just made it look easier.
Oh,
Very suspicious.
and dude, Butchino was hard to pass. So Butchino was different than Wright. Butchino was like he was moving and he was right in the racing line. I couldn't get by him at all. But Joe Wright, that was a little different.
Yeah, well, that's why I love racing with Bacino because it's not going to be easy getting by him and it's going to be hard racing. And he might make a little contact.
Yeah, it's good
Yeah.
though. He races clean, but he protects himself. He's
Yeah.
trying to hold that line.
Yeah,
Y'all do know I'm pulling up this replay, right?
no, you
Because
can't.
now I'm gonna go in car with him and I'm gonna listen for the tire spin because I don't believe you.
Okay.
Hang on, my computer's slow. Give me a few minutes.
That was good though. I if I had, it is what it is. You ask anywhere a racer, you don't win by an inch.
I can pull it up real quick.
But-
Too. Let's see, Camp World Truck Race Sonoma. Yeah, I'll just see if I can pull it up quicker.
Yeah, but it's harder for me to put it on the YouTubes. I need the whole world to see it.
Oh, that's true.
The world needs to see this, not just you.
Yeah, so you can see that you're wrong.
I will take full responsibility of being wrong. I will own my mistakes. I do every week because I make a lot of them. Like I take out my own teammate, Mike. Poor Mike.
Yeah, it's okay.
How dare you?
Yeah, no.
I give
Look,
teammates
you know
wins.
Brian's going
I
back to
give
that replay
teammates
right now and be
wins,
like,
and
really?
David
Did he
takes
spin his
teammates
tire?
out.
Brian's going to cover his ass right now.
Oh, I'm pulling it up too, so I just want to look and just. But if it's the incident that you're thinking of, when I was behind him, he got loose coming off the corner, because he had older tires than I did.
I don't remember him getting loose. I remember him moving over.
It was almost one of those like he knows you're faster than him kind of things. And
that I could believe because I move out of the way for people all the time.
And rather than holding you up, he was just like, I'm just gonna let Knuutti go. But then when I got behind him, he was like, I'm not letting that motherfucker go.
Yeah, I let people go by all the time, so I could totally see that because there's no way in hell anybody was keeping up with Knuutti that race. There's just it wasn't even popped. Like, oh, watch that. There was no fucking way. I think I just parked it. No, I finished the race. I don't remember what I did.
I think it was the restart, though, is where you really got it. You got past them just way faster.
Hang on, we're almost there. My computer's really slow. Okay, so let's go to the race. Yeah, let me put this up here. Mute the... This is when Junior still had voice comms, so he was allowed to talk to people. Just go ahead and mute that. Requalif race Knuutti. It was after the yellow, right? Yeah.
No, it was
It was way after this.
yeah.
How do you turn down the...
No, you're actually probably pretty close.
Yeah.
Might be here. Right there.
Brian, you
I
watching?
guess he didn't get loose. Hold on. Let me see something else though. That's his racing line.
Watch.
What are you talking? Go to the next lap.
Look, he went way outside. and just
No,
slowed
that
down.
is not his racing line. Calm
to-
down.
Look
Go
at the
to
RPMs
the
drop.
next lap. Go to the next lap. I'm dead serious. I'm watching the next lap. That's his racing line.
Oh look, I got one.
Every time he doesn't float it all the way out there.
Hold on.
Yeah, there's a whole car with.
No
every
way!
time on the outside.
Knuutti,
No way,
come
Knuutti!
on.
You've got to be kidding me. You okay?
Look.
Okay.
What are you looking at
Okay, go back one lap.
Hang on. Go.
right-
I'm live on Discord.
on Discord? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Go. Is this? Which one is this?
This is when
I pass him.
No, hang on. Let me go back to when you pass him. Is this when you pass him? Yeah, you should be right behind him right now.
Yeah, but it's a couple turns ahead here. That was a fun track, though. I liked it.
Okay. Oh, wait. There it goes.
Yeah, he blinks.
Okay. So
Okay,
he goes,
so let's
he's
just...
like, I'm just
let's-
going to go
okay,
way
right here.
Oh,
We're going to
okay.
stop here. He's on the... We can agree he's on the
Go a little
far
further,
right
though.
of the
Okay.
track, right?
Go a little further.
Right
little
now,
further.
his spotter's saying car on your left. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna move over
No,
to the right just a little bit.
No.
But
I can't
look-
believe you're trying to defend it. No.
Look when he comes off the corner. No, I'm being dead serious. Look when he fully exits the corner. Forward. Okay, hold up. Okay, right here, right there. No, you gotta back it up.
Look at
Right.
his RPMs are down to like. Look at that. He's not even trying.
No, but what I'm trying to say is that's his racing line. Is what I'm trying to say. He didn't let me
Go to
by.
Knuutti's car. I want to see where he's at.
This is my racing line. I touch that rumble strip every lap. There is a full car length over there. I can fit two trucks here.
I agree with you. You can
Yes.
in between you because he moved over to let you by.
Go back. Go to the next lap. He's in the exact same spot
Okay,
coming
so
off the corner.
okay, so let's
right
look.
there. Right
Let's
there.
watch.
That's his exact same line coming off the corner. Right
okay.
there.
Okay, so
Look, you see how you can fit a car and a half there.
okay, so watch.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
His farthest over
Yeah.
right. Look how close he is to the right side of the track.
Yes, I'll say right there he lifted for sure. But He didn't let me by. I was going by regardless. I was full.
But he
throttle
wasn't
at this
even
point.
he wasn't even trying to block you. He wasn't even trying to defend.
well,
It was like a blatant move to the.
Let's see him block you because you made it by in one lap. So let's see your blocks that you're talking about. Let's go.
So hang on.
I'm just saying he made it harder for me than he did it for you.
Let's see how hard he made it.
Okay, wait, hang on.
Apparently.
We're gonna go back to the original point.
And
the
let's see
original
how you
point.
lost the race right here. No, let's watch this lap of the reason you
shit.
lost. Come on, let's watch it.
Hang on, we'll go over multiple points here, Knuutti. But
Okay.
the initial point was that this is his racing line. We can both agree that he's 6 feet from the right line, correct?
That is it. That
Correct?
is his racing line. If you look at all the other things when he comes off the corner, I consider this a straightaway, right? That part is a straightaway. I'm looking
Correct.
at when he comes off the corner, which is further back. Right there. Okay. So right when he hits the apex or like comes on the exit of the corner, there is the exact same car width as the lap before when I went through there. Right here. Right there.
No,
Right.
but look, but he
So-
stays kind of centered. Not he.
So,
There's
okay,
a whole other truck
we'll-
lane.
You could
We'll go
still,
with that.
You could still pass him on the left.
Sure.
So
Okay.
we'll go with that. Okay.
Okay, well, let's do this. Why don't you pull up another incident of him passing somebody in that exact same thing or getting passed? Does he do the same thing in that section?
I don't know.
I mean, and I still didn't see where he held you up. I mean,
yeah, we
I
skipped
don't-
past that.
I don't see where you lost the race over this.
I'm
we
not
don't
saying
talk
I
about
lost
that.
the race over this. I'm saying just simply saying he moved over for you and not for me.
And I'm just trying to say that I was going by him regardless whether he wanted to.
I
or
agree with
not.
you.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Right, you were going by the whole damn field whether they wanted you or not. So that's not a fair assumption here.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying because I know I had to be aggressive, and I knew whoever made it through traffic first was going to win that race
Yeah.
between me and Robin.
True. Yeah.
So that's why I was being uber aggressive, even like passing people. Like I didn't fuck around with Pacino for more than fucking half a second.
I fuck with Pacino for like 10 laps.
You did get past everyone pretty damn fast.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, watching you do this, because I watched this later on. Fucking
You can pass
impressive,
right there a
dude.
few times. I was
Ooh.
making passes on that crest of that hill a couple times to come
Oh,
down
yeah.
into this.
Dude, your whole fucking run through this whole track was impressive. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite tracks for sure.
I do not see how you have this
I must
much
have got
grip on this
past Joe
track.
right when you got past Pacino. I
Yeah,
think
you
that was
passed
it
in
right
the
there.
same corner. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have this much grip in this truck if I try.
You got to be. I know it doesn't sound like it, but you got to be real easy on the throttle. It sounds like I'm being super aggressive and like attacking, but I'm just kind of cruising around.
No, and like even your braking points and like braking pressure and stuff is just, it's on point, man. You
Yeah,
win.
thank you.
Anyways,
Yeah,
we'll
I'm
stop
just-
Yeah.
criticizing.
I'm not taking the credit away from you from racing a race, Nudie. Not at all.
I know. I'm just messing with you too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, super impressive.
Yeah.
I was mad that I missed Walking Glen because that's my favorite track.
Oh shit! I gotta get
Yeah.
going, boys.
Yeah, it's been a while.
But thanks for having me, and I will definitely like to come on the show again. And then when I get sloppy seconds fired up, I'll have you guys on.
Yeah, cool.
Sounds good, man. Thanks for
Yeah.
joining us, Brian. We'll do this again sometime.
Yep, sounds good. I'll talk to you guys later.
Later.
Thanks, man.
I hope he listens to this later. That motherfucker let him by. You can see it in his steering inputs, man. Whatever.
That's funny.
You
It
did
was
not let him buy.
Yeah, right. Whatever. All right, boys. It has been 2 hours. It's been an absolute pleasure. This has been really fun. If you guys can think of people you want on, I know Eddie wants to come on. I don't know if you want to wait till the end of the season, Mike, because I know he's your arch nemesis. But if you guys can think of anybody else to bring on, I mean, hit him up. Anything to say, Mike?
Yeah. Boogity boogity.
Boogity, boogity.
All right. Any final words, boys?
Boogity boogity.
Boogity boogity. That's all we got, huh? Boogity boogity.
That's all we got.
All right. It
It's
has
the
been.
midnight special.
It's been a
Yep.
long damn time tonight.
Yes,
All right,
it
guys.
is.
Again, thanks for joining us. Take a look at the sponsors in the links below. Again, thanks to W Energy, Dirtbag Clothing, piglugear.com. You know, all the sponsors that make this stuff possible week after week. It's been a great time, guys. Enjoy it. We will talk to you guys later.
All right. Thanks, Dave.
Yep.